not a YouTuber, just like making videos. And we're constantly, we're going to talk about that word culture because you're constantly hearing it. Culture, 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 culture. It's like people really need to, I don't know, find a new word to use because what they're doing is misleading. They're using the word culture in the wrong context, and we have to understand what is culture, because what they're talking about really is what you would call accustomed behavior, adapted behavior, but not culture. I understand that there are some very similarities, because I was watching. I'm gonna use Anton Daniels as an example. I know he's blowing up, but he was talking about the whole Gucci Man Pooh Shiesty incident, and in a video that's called "Black Culture is Trash" because of certain things that go on in rap and street and things of that nature. But what about when KRS One goes to colleges and puts on a seminar or promote his books? Is black culture trash then? When Public Enemy came out with that documentary slamming gangster rap, when Chuck D said that Hot 97 was causing the incarceration of black men and Paul Rosenberg got bothered by that. Yeah, you can check that on YouTube. Is that that isn't that part of the culture too? So if you say gangster rap or this street shit as part of the culture, what about when a rapper is talking about knowledge or talking about playing chess or poor righteous teachers rebuking money, and so forth? So that's not culture. The thing is, yes, black street that street shit is popular. Doesn't mean it's a culture. It's popular. It grabs people's attention. It grabbed Anton Daniels' attention. That's why he did a video. How many videos, positive videos about black people did Anton Daniels do? Maybe about a young black champion chess player. No, nobody does videos in it because you don't get views for it. Like true black culture, man. Culture got to last dang near a half a century, probably even more than that, for it to be considered a culture, and it has to be passed down as something you're proud of, not a phase you're going through life. And a lot of the hood stuff, like for instance, if a white girl was wearing boxed braids, you say that she's culturally appropriating. Like, yeah, she's wearing box braids and she's not going to get fired from her job or whatever. But if a white girl is pregnant and living on Section 8, a single mother, would you say that she's copying culture? No, that's what they do. So even though, because a lot of the things with so-called black people, you know what I'm saying, the weird names like Glocktavius and Section 8 and all this other stuff, you could say that's adopted behavior, accustomed behavior, but it's not culture. Black culture to me is like the peacock chair. We all had a peacock chair. That's the chair Huey P. Newton was sitting on. It's hot combs. It's poetry slam. It's really something that black people created. Well, you could say, yeah, they sort of created, or they sort of made that thing sort of popular, and they've been doing it for a while. You can even say Jordans are a culture, but as far as this ratchet behavior, guns, sex, violence, there's people that speak out against that. I'm like, Dr. Umar Johnson said these rappers are worse than white supremacists. So isn't regardless of Dr. Umar Johnson's flaws, he's the culture. These rappers, that street shit, man, a lot of people do it. Black people didn't create that. We didn't even make it popular. You know, it's just that, and you're dealing with the music industry and rappers. You know what I'm saying? They operate on a different level. We know that a lot of these thug rappers are pro Trump. So, you know what I mean? And I think about Tiger Woods. So, is black culture trash because Tiger Woods is running around reckless? I'm like, he has multiple DWIs. You know what I'm saying? And you know he's very promiscuous with women. You know what I'm saying? He's just like he can't control. He has low self control. He likes creeping with women. But since we know Tiger Woods is dating a Trump, he most likely votes Republican. He doesn't associate with the black community or whatever. But the stuff he's doing, his recklessness, you know, and so forth, that won't be considered, you know what I'm saying, oh, that's not the trashy black culture. That's just, you know, Tiger Woods going through whatever problem he has, so forth. So we read this will make a good debate if someone watched my videos. But that's all I want to say. Thanks for watching. Never stop learning.